One mistake that I typically see people who just started on their fitness journey and just started to kind of get the motivation to want to work out, one thing I typically see them do is that they'll hop on social media and they'll start taking advice or looking at a bunch of videos of people that are not in their beginner stage of fitness, that's been doing it for a long time. They'll see the physique, they'll see the confidence, they'll see the strength, all of these different things, and that will be their focus and motivation with their fitness journey. And in my experience, that's a mistake, because typically that comes with a certain expectation of, if you work out, you're going to look like them. If you do what they do, you're going to look like them. You're going to be as strong as they are. You're going to be as confident as they are. Um, and that's typically not the case, especially when you first starting off. There's a lot of trial and error. You're going to make mistakes along the way. There's still a lot of learning, and it doesn't come fast and it doesn't come easy. And you have a lot of people that's on here that's trying to sell you on an idea that if you do what they do, if you eat what they eat, that you're going to get the same results. That's not always the case. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that, and basically, in the simplest terms possible, explain to y'all that it's not about anybody else's fitness journey. It's good to take advice. It's good to get ideas. It's good to get different perspectives from other people when it comes to working out. But it's not about the vanity. It's about longevity. So if you're chasing a certain look, if you're chasing a certain expectation, if you believe that your reason to work out is to look a certain way, then a lot of different ways, your your progress is gonna suffer, because at the end of the day, when you are looking in the mirror and you're not seeing the results that you want to see based off of other people that you've been seeing and the people that you've kind of pedestalized, then what are you going to do? You're going to quit. You're not going to want to go do the workout. You're going to start skipping days. It's going to be hard to maintain that consistency, because your reasoning for doing it has nothing to do with yourself. It has everything to do with everybody else and what everybody else is talking about. So I say all that to say, don't chase vanity, chase longevity. If you're going to be on social media, if you're going to be listening to people, even if you're going to be listening to me, you know, don't expect to get the same results that I got. Everybody's body type is different. Everybody responds differently to stimuli, to resistance, to diets. Different diets affect people in different ways. Rarely are you going to be in a situation where you're going to do the same workout, eat the same food, and work out the exact same days and the exact same consistency as somebody else and get the exact same results. It's rare. It's very rare. I've been working out with a certain level of consistency since I was 16 years old. Honestly, before that, probably I'd say probably around 14, 13, somewhere around there. I'm 25 now. The people who I worked out with my whole life, we all got different methods. We all got different ways of going about it. But the only thing that is consistent is the reasoning. We not doing this to look a certain way. You do it because you want to live longer. It's about your health, not the way that you look. You know what I'm saying? There's skinny people that's unhealthy. There's overweight people that's unhealthy. There's people that are physically fit that are still unhealthy. You know? So I say all that to say, just do your best to cut the noise out. Do your best to find your reasoning for doing it. If you want to look good, congratulations, you're doing probably the one thing that, if you just a little bit consistent, the looks is going to come with it. The muscles is going to come with it. The flat stomach is going to come with it. But if your expectation is to go in as a beginner and go in as somebody that's just getting started and to look like somebody that's been doing it for years, you're going to be let down. So don't focus on that. Go in, have a schedule, do what you can do when you can do it. And I promise You know, in time, you'll see the progress, you'll see the strength, and better yet, when you 10 years down the line, like I am, you'll see the results of the consistency. You know, and I'm not the most consistent person in the world, but you know, I at least still try. I try my best, and that's all I'm basically saying. Try your best, and you know, don't pedestalize so much of what everybody else is talking about, because everything that works for them is not necessarily going to work for you. Peace.